Welcome in, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm GpaSilverMane. This is a Marvel Strike Force store guide, and it's more breaking down the store because it is, you've earned this currencies and this gold, and you can spend it however you want. But I just kind of want to show you what I do, so that way I can kind of give you a little guideline and maybe some recommendations. What makes this video unique is I'm going to show you on my free to play account, and then I'm going to show you on my main, and you'll see the difference in where I'm at in the game and kind of how it affects what you should be buying at that time. Before I do, actually go down and hit that subscribe, please. I'm trying to get to 1,000 viewers. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Let's go ahead and dive in. I almost missed that part. I don't even know if I should say it. I wonder if any more people just know to subscribe or like the people that they like or they want to see more of. I don't know. We are growing, and I want to keep it headed that direction. All right, so obviously I would go and spend energy and open these orbs, but for the sake of this video, I just want to go ahead and do the store here first. This is me getting on first thing every day. I got 2 hours left on this store. This is my free to play. And in the gold store here, I'm going to try to keep this as short as I can, guys, but there's a lot to cover here. I'm not buying purple gear. I have plenty of it from being in a good alliance. That is, I got 72 orbs. I can go through and pick out any purple gear I want. Well, I can draw for it for 2,000 credits. I got 72 draws, and I'm going to get what I need, okay? And I'm just saving it till I need it. Red Star Orbs, when you're first starting out, you're going to want to open them, but we do have Lady Deathstrike coming out and Silver Samurai, so they'll both have events. It's getting close enough now that I would just wait to open these till that gives you that 15%, so you can draw on them. Otherwise, I opened 25 of these like 3 or 4 days ago, just so I could get some red stars on my characters I do have unlocked, for more power to clear more of the campaigns. Early on, you need what you can get as early as you can. Another quick tip for the store, do never buy these orbs. They are terrible. Any of these orbs in here. They're all not worth the power cores. I do want to give a shout out to gold orbs. These are usually 450 cores a piece. If you go into your offer section, and actually if you scroll all the way down, there's got to be a faster way to scroll, right? If you're out of gold and you need gold so bad, right here, 900 cores is essentially 2 gold orbs, and that's the lowest you can get, but you can get 3 or 4 with this. So that would make them almost 200 cores if you got 4 of them. That would make it more reasonable, okay? Bear in mind, each gold orb, you're only going to get about 150,000 gold, roughly, on average. 150 to 200,000. Now, if a million, 2 million, or 3 million drop, it's a good day. But after a while, it becomes few and far between that you see that type of thing. But that's really all on orbs. Just don't be doing that. Early on, you want to be opening all your premium and your milestone orbs, getting as many character shards as you can. Boom, boom, boom. Going through here, I'm not, like I said, I'm not buying purple gear, but I am buying all this green gear, so I never have to farm it in the campaign. And there's going on 200 characters in the game, about 190-ish. So you're going to need a lot of these gears. Obviously, that one's about 300. I probably didn't need to buy it, but I did anyway. These I've been always buying just simply because you use them on every character, and they all have to go through green gear, 4 stages of it, 4 stages of, 3.5 stages of blue, 3.5 of purple, 3.5 of gold, and then now we got teal gear. So you need tons of these. Buy these every day, along with these 6,100. You need all these things. These, once they get over 100, I'm not too worried about personally, but I recommend buying all the blue gear. And simply because you're in you're in an alliance that's clearing content, you're getting purple gear from the raids, but you're not getting much blue gear because your alliance is further in. Now, if you're in a smaller alliance, or they're doing Ultimus 1 through like 3 or 4, you will get blue gear. Also, I get blue gear from the raid orbs for being in my alliance. I get 2 to 4 of these orbs every day, and that's giving me a good supply of blue gear, just not enough to keep up. So I buy the blue gear from the supply section of the gold store. I just recommend that until you get so far ahead that you don't have to worry about it. It alleviates your stresses and then running into roadblocks as much. And I'm still running into it. You always want to buy these and the purples. If it ever offers you green, I don't think it will, but don't buy it. This is one of my biggest bottlenecks because my alliance, you're not getting many of these from raids if you're in a bigger or an alliance that's like in U75 or U73, but you are getting tons of the purple ones, and you're getting tons of gear and gold orbs and such. So this might be a bottleneck for a while, but you'll blow by it eventually. They also offer you these for money if somebody's a spender, but free to play. Just keep buying them here and you'll get through it. I promise you. Now, Blitz is quite simple. I highly recommend not focus farming anybody. If you followed my guide or my new beginner guide to mid-game guide, you want to open Blitz Orbs. And it's just because you get more shards for less credits. Plus, you're getting gold from this. And you can only get White Tiger for Shadowlands, which is the main team I recommend taking up. Starting out. Wave 1's also a good option. Both of those teams take a lot of T4s at the end to be very good. Like for war defense is Wave 1. With Shadowlands, they can actually be an attack team or a defense team. It just says in war they get buffs. Whereas Wave 1 says war defense, I believe. So in Captain America gives everybody 20,000% health. Or an extra 20,000 health. Or an extra 20% or something like that. But these are obviously, open them as you need them for your gear places. Nothing... You know, there ain't no reason to open it if you're not going to use the gear. You don't know which one you need yet. So when you run out of a piece of gear and it says you need it, you just click on that on the character and you come here and you get them. But open these because you're going to get gold. And for 1,000 credits, you're getting 3 orbs, 15 shards. If you go and focus farm this twice, you're getting 10 shards for 1,000 credits. You know, it's just not worth it. Always open them Blitz Orbs. Here again, I do not recommend focus farming. And I've only opened orbs. And I got 46 Zemo. Somebody that's focus farming him, you know what I mean? Paying 1,400, that's a ripoff. Essentially, that's like 275 credits per shard. If you go over here to the orbs, which I recommend highly, 900 credits for 9 shards. It's 100 credits a shard. And I've been opening tons of these, and that's how I'm getting my characters. Highly recommend this, guys. Never buy these orbs. You're going to get so many of these orbs, it's unreal. I've been getting all these orbs down to here. And the good thing about Alpha, Beta, Gamma is you get orbs just for doing the raids. Every day you'll get, depending on your rank, you know, you'll get 1 or 1.5 orbs, sometimes 2, you know, and it'll get on a routine where you have 800 here. Let's say you get 1.5, so you'll get 2 orbs and it'll build towards your next one. You know what I mean? Never buy these orbs for the credits though. It's not worth it. Just always buy your raid orb for 900 credits. And now with Blitz and raid, if you're, say you got 8 out of 10 of the characters maxed out, like I got Thor, Zemo, they're all maxed on my main. I need Kree Oracle and I need Kitty Pryde, like the main 2 I need from the raid store. I would buy these on my main, and I will explain that when I go over the raids or the supply shop or the supply stores here on my main. Moving on to arena, one thing that you never want to do no matter what is open these. And that's just my personal opinion, and it's simply because in your center pillar, yes, you have a 3% chance to get 10 Phyla-Vel. That's a 3% chance, okay, guys? It's not good. 7 shards at a 7% chance. On my main, when I open this for 800, I'm getting a random 5 shards. This says 7 at a 15% chance. The most common thing you're going to get is 5 shards of one of the characters in the arena. Why would you pay 800 for 5 shards when you can pay 500 or 350 for Daredevil, 350 for Deadpool? Some of these characters in here are only 250 credits. Oh, actually, they didn't put Hand Assassin in here. So they're making the orb a little bit better. But the only 2 characters this is really actually profitable for are these 2. They're 975 a piece. And neither of them are early to mid-game viable. They're both late game. Because his partner, Longshot or Shadow... This is Shadowstar. So Longshot is in the War Store. He's going to take forever to farm. Scream, you can't even get Symbiote Spider-Man. He's in Milestone Orb, so it's all RNG. And you rarely get him. So, I mean, they're really not a good option. I built in an option here for City, which is the Shadowlands. They're also a City team, and they can clear the City nodes in Dark Dimension. I'm hoping to get there and show that off, but it's an alternative to these guys, and you can farm them early. That's what I mean. Shadowlands is viable all the way to end game. But I just want to say that about this. I also want to show you these side pillars real quick to reinforce that real quick, guys. Most of the time, the side pillar, 50% on both sides, you're going to get 5 of these. You don't need them. You've seen I had 72 orbs saved up where I can go draw these. And I got a ton of them already from raids. So, you don't need the gear. Now, by the luck of a draw or something, 4% chance you get it 500 of these. You need 2,000 to even draw it. You can get these just from your red star orbs. You don't need that. In purple, you'll have thousands of these on my main. It's just not a good deal, guys. Please do not buy those. It's a ripoff. Along with this is, I mean, if it's, you know, you need that just to level up a character and get him there right away, feel free, but it's a waste. In my beginner's guide, I explain how many credits you get for each store each day on average and usual. And depending on where you're rating in arena, you get about 800 to 1,000 of these credits a day. So you could buy this. What I recommend is, for my guide, Shadowlands, is buying Daredevil every single day until he's 7 stars. You know what I mean? Just focus, because he's on our main team. Also, I recommend taking M'Baku to 3 stars and then stopping. See, I almost got him at 3 stars. Just because we don't have Black Panther unlocked yet. Okoye's node isn't unlocked to farm for our farming guide. She's into chapter 6. And we're not to chapter 6 yet. So why take this guy to 5, 6 stars when Okoye ain't even 1 star? Because the Wakandans, you know what I mean? You need them equal stars to do the payday event. Or the chaos theory for the gold promotion credits. That's why he's so important. He is the most important character in this store. And I did focus him first over Daredevil, simply to get him unlocked. Red Guardian. Now, when you get M'Baku to 3 stars and you don't have the other Wakandans there, come up here and farm him for your skill military. He's also a great arena character. Will boost your arena team amazingly. A few 3 or 4 Shadowlands characters with Red Guardian. You know, you have to drop, I don't know if you drop Elektra or Daredevil or who you would drop, but you can drop somebody for him. Plug and play type character. He's amazing. Farm him up, get him up to 3, 4 stars, and bounce back and forth between him and M'Baku. Now, if they're both way ahead of their teams, and your Daredevil's at 7 stars, I highly recommend Fantastic Four. They are a great alternative to Shadowlands. They're easy to get, all except Invisible Woman. It will change up your farming guide quite a bit because you have to get 5 Sinister 6, and the locations on these guys is not always ideal. There's a couple over here, but there's some node farms, and it's a totally different farming guide for Fantastic Four. They're great, yes, but I think Shadowlands is going to be for me. Obviously. Going into the War Store, I only recommend Bishop and now Maria Hill. Maria Hill for our guide is to unlock Omega Red. Okay, she is one of the newer characters. She's part of the Secret Avengers with Captain America Sam and Sharon Carter. They're pretty powerful. You can now farm her. She became live last night. Bishop is actually in our farming guide and is necessary for our team. He's also a mutant, so he can help unlock Magneto, I believe. And he's just one of the best characters. In my opinion, he is the best character in this game just because I love Bishop since I was a kid. I had his card. I've always, you know, even in the 90s series show, he was awesome. And it's just nostalgia, you know. Brings back a lot of good memories. These are both great characters, and you will get to them, but you have a limited currency. And now that you're getting Maria Hill and Bishop, I also would highly recommend X-23 if you bought her shards, or Ghost. Ghost over X-23, because Ghost unlocks Jubilee, which will go with our Bishop. And Jubilee is one of the best, if not the best, legendary in the game currently. Her stun and blind on every attack she does is just the stun on her ultimate, her boost to Bishop, giving him offense up. It's amazing, okay? Plus, she's from the 90s series, right? So, never buy any of this gear. It's a waste. Okay, you don't get many of these credits. Find your gear elsewhere. Okay, guys? Never buy minions. If you're following my guide, like I said, Bishop and Maria Hill. And then if you have like 20,000, feel free to grab Ghost or X-23. Once you get somebody done in here, you get them to 5, 6 stars and they're ahead of your team, you can grab some of these other guys, you know, get them unlocked type of deal. You will also unlock a lot of the more store characters passively through the Milestone Orbs, Mega Orbs, Ultimus Orbs, and such later. Now for this, you don't get many of these. You get one regular credit a day, depending on if you have log encounters that give you some, events that you can earn some. Otherwise, you got to buy them. You don't get much. The reason I built my guide the way I did is with the Wakandans and M'Baku, and why it's so important is because they do Chaos Theory once a month or once every 2 months or something like that. It's a regular flash event, and you get a ton of gold promos, and a ton being like 20 to 30 3 times once a month. And then you get like 20 or 30 of these silver promotion credits 3 times once a month. So you're not getting a ton of them. Otherwise, you get 1 a day. So I don't recommend coming in here and directly buying these, because you're going to unlock most of these people, you know, at 1 to 4 stars from your red Star Orbs over here in the Orb section. You'll get a lot of them through this. But now if there's a character that's on your main team and you see his thing up here and you can afford him, that's not a bad buy. If you want to grab somebody that you have on your team, it's not a bad buy, okay? It's not going to break the bank or nothing. But you can see how 50 for 4 stars, that's huge. And honestly, I think 4, 5, and 7 are your biggest jumps in power for red stars or something like that. You can see I don't have these 2 unlocked, but obviously once I do, we will cover them. Ultimate store, all you're going to want to open is Ultimus Orbs eventually. There's nothing of value in there to buy, like gear wise and stuff. It's just overpriced, and they do that on purpose, I think, to keep you to the Ultimus Orbs. The ISO 8, once I unlock that, I will not be spending in there because I want to save the ions that it costs to buy the pieces. Plus, from farming ISO 8 campaign every day, you'll have more than enough of the pieces to equip. Costume store, get them as you can get them. If you like a costume, focus on it. And like, this is a special credit right now, but I'm not going to get enough, and I don't know if I'll get enough next time. These will turn into these credits, and then you can come over here and pick out one of these characters that you just love, or you love the costume, you know. Other than that, that's totally up to you. And that's kind of the store in general, guys, for a newer player. Again, buy your blue gear and stuff and your green gear from here. That's really, really important. And remember just to open your orbs in Raid and Blitz. Never open arena orbs, guys. It's terrible. No matter what farming guide or how your strategy is, it's just terrible. And focus in War Store. Do not scatter your credits because you don't get a lot. You only get credits 3 times a week. I'm going to jump over now to my main account and kind of go over the store on how I do that with my main. I know the video is running long, so I'm just trying to cover all this. This green gear is not worth it. I just want to give people out there an idea that are at this stage of the game. Let's just go to Bishop, okay? Right here is what gets you. You need 6 of these to make 1 of these. That's 60 of these, 50 of these, 40 of these. And they're selling like 1 or 2 of these for like 100 to 200,000. It's just ridiculous to make these. So you're essentially spending millions of gold to make 1 piece of gear, okay? And that's not including this, where you need 100 of these, you need 200 of these, and then you need all this. I'm just saying, I would not recommend buying it for gold. You'll get them other ways, Doom, and eventually they'll open the bottleneck. I just focus on the characters going to G15 and build up some of your alts and such that you've been working on. Your gold is better spent there, in my opinion. Back to the supply store here, but I would not recommend buying these because you need 200 of these. At that price point, you're looking at a lot of money, guys. Millions and millions. It's just not worth it. Maybe picking up like 1 of these here and there, but again, you need 18 of these for 1 piece of gear. So I don't know that it's viable. As you can see, I got 8,000 of these. I'm never buying these again. I haven't bought them in a long time, but this is my main account here, guys. I do recommend picking up on some of this stuff. I like to keep around 100 of that. Simply because those are the mini uniques, G13 mini uniques, and they're hard to come by. And with new characters always coming out, you need them for gear tier 13 and 14, I believe, and even 15. So you need a ton of these, like 100 of them just for 1 character to go from 12 to 15. Alien Spores are the same way. I don't have enough gold though. I'm gonna have to try to go make gold real quick, do my dailies. These are a big bottleneck early on. These are huge for bio characters, which is symbiote, and many other characters are bio. A lot of the best characters in the game are bio. Buy these every time you see them. That's a recommendation for anybody anywhere in the game. Alien Spores are huge. The gold ones especially. I still don't have my Venom to 14 or 15 because these are just such a big bottleneck, and Venom was the worst symbiote. He's the one I can most afford to leave. So I don't buy a ton of stuff in here, guys. I just buy those mini uniques for the gold. The orbs, I only open what I get. I do not spend cores on any orb in this thing. It is not worth it at all. Blitz Orbs, I am no longer buying the orbs, and I haven't for a long time. I guess I do sometimes, actually, and you get a free amount of them from doing Blitz, but I buy a lot of these for my war team. I buy them every time they pop up, actually. And as you can see, I got 450, but I spend 3 or 4 boosts on my war defense, and I spend a lot of extra attacks. Because when you win an attack, you get a ton of credits. War is won with attacks, not defenses, so build attack teams. Awesome tip. The only characters I need now are Agent Coulson. So I usually buy him, Domino's Max, and I think it's Ironheart or She-Hulk. See, I think I got her close to being max, so I might need a few more shards, but She-Hulk. And that's because she's one of the newer ones. Otherwise, I got the rest of these characters at 7 stars, you know. And that's what happens when you buy those orbs. You get them all maxed a lot quicker. And I just want to reinforce that. Also, look at this purple gear. I have 611 of these. You're going to get a lot, guys. Okay. I apologize for that train. It has perfect timing. Raid orbs. I've got most of the characters unlocked in here. As you can see, he needs like 31. So Zemo's maxed. This guy's not, but he sucks. And I got enough shards. I'm just never going to level him until something happens. So I've actually been focusing Kitty Pryde, because she's one of the only ones I need in that store. And I had 20,000 credits last night, so I went and opened a ton of orbs hoping to get some. It didn't happen so good, but I got a bunch of Ultimus food. Also, this is a good place to get gear that you need with your credits. Like if you're not opening orbs and such, you're later in the game. I like to get some gear out of here as well. This was a big bottleneck and still kind of is. So 2,000 for 10 isn't a bad price for me. It's one thing holding me back. And I can get them here. So I don't mind spending my raid credits because I have most of the characters unlocked or where I need them. In the arena, I'm focusing Red Guardian. He's getting closer. I have him at 6. He's 69 out of 300 towards 7. So I've been focusing him as I can get him. I haven't claimed my arena clear edits yet for the day. And I need a lot of these minions still, but I'm not too worried about it. It's nothing that's going to break my game down at the bottom. Everybody else in here is pretty much 7 stars. M'Baku. That's huge for Chaos Theory, and it really hampered my account. I didn't know it when I first started a year and 9 months ago. Get M'Baku first. He is so important. Here's what I'm buying. Maria Hill. Boom. I need her. I'm going for Omega Red hard. I got her maxed. And I got Graviton to 5, I believe. Oh, now 6. I would not buy his stuff. You'll get him through events and such over a year or two. Currently, AIM is not a good way to go. They're not a bad team. They're way out of meta. So I've quit farming him. He's just not worth my War Store credits. And there's so many characters in here. Now, I was spending all my War Store credits on these G15s in here. 1,400 for 4. Because I needed to get through DD4. And I was stuck on a legendary lane. So I had to level up another legendary character just so I could start it. I don't think it's a bad deal, but now that they're giving us these in the gold store and these alternative places, I don't recommend doing this, guys. Also, later in the game, you should only be buying these. You're gonna get tons of this other stuff, and never buy these. Now, early on in the game, like my free-to-play account, I am buying these to compensate for blue gear, simply because I'm 6 months away from G15. And I'll have plenty by the time I get there because we do wars consistently. But I would, on my late game account here, I would recommend these, okay? Otherwise, you don't get very many of these credits. I got these just building up because I quit buying these. Again, Maria Hill and Bishop are the 2 I'm focusing. X23 is not a bad one, but I already got it maxed. I don't even have Mr. Sinister. I have him at 6 and like 200 shards, and I've haven't farmed him for so long. Just because I believe his clones suck. They're all about cloning a skill character or a kit character like Ebony Maw or Emma Frost that have abilities that do things for your team, because the clone itself is really squishy. And I even have Mr. Sinister at G15 and they're still squishy and they don't do any damage. They suck, in my personal opinion. Now for these red star orbs, I have been upgrading Ultron. I think I have them at 1 or 2. I'm just getting them passively. And I have most of these characters at 4, as you can see. And it just offers me these 5 stars. I'll never have Fire the Veil at 5 star, probably. Pick and choose when spending your gold credits, guys. Huge tip. Do not just spend these willy-nilly, because to spend 100 of these is like 3 to 6 months of time. I mean, you know what I mean? An easy 3 months of your gaming time. A couple Chaos Theories takes to get that. So don't just blow them everywhere. Blow them on your arena team. I'd highly recommend on raid teams that are going to be used forever in Doom. X-Men, stuff like that. Getting them higher stars. And the only time you should spend credits is if your character's not doing what you need it to do. Example. You're in Doom 1, or you're in Ultimus 7, and your survivability is just terrible, and you're using the symbiotes, and you see an anti-venom pop up in here, and you have the credits, and you can buy that. It's going to 15% boost or 10% boost his stats. That might be a time you need to do it, because anti-venom is going to be good in Doom for the bio lane and everything else. You want to see how many places they're going to help you before you go making a dedicated boom. Now, if you spend 50 credits or 10 credits, it's not going to break your account, but you only get one of these a day. So without logging calendars and such, you only get one a day. Here is the ISO 8, and I usually buy anything that's under 100, just because from farming daily, I got all these ions just stacking up. I don't go and put ISO 8 on every character. I only put it on the teams I use. And it takes 500,000 of these credits, roughly, to make a guy tier 1 level 5 ISO 8. So it is quite costly. And I don't recommend just blowing them in here willy-nilly, because in the beginning it was a big bottleneck, but they've now opened the floodgate on green because blue's out, and that's where the bottleneck is. I guess I could touch on this a little bit. I let these build up until there's a premium event, like for Lady Deathstrike. I'm gonna open everything I got. I do have a big orb opening coming up once Lady Deathstrike's in here, where I'm gonna open some 5 stars. I'll probably get a 6 star because I'll get copies, so I'll be opening a 6 red star. Tons of I'm gonna be opening tons of premium orbs and a ton of milestone orbs. I want to see what I get out of like 50 or 100 milestone orbs on average. I think that'd be cool to show off in a 10-minute video or something. But here's the Ultimus store that I didn't get to show you earlier. See how it's 2,000? You get 15 character shards in the middle. I guess you have a 1% drop to get 50 Ultimus. 25. Generally, you're going to get 15 shards of one of these characters, and they're really good characters usually. Like, I've been hitting Taskmaster in here lately, or Shatterstar, and it's really helping me out. But there's a lot of characters in here too that shouldn't be. He's in Raid Store, you know. He's early node farmable, Raid Store, early node, Arena Orb. This is the only place I'm going to be able to get Phyla-Vell, because I will not go and buy those Arena Orbs. You get a lot of great characters here, guys. These ones you don't want. This is a Blitz store. What the heck? But you'll get 15 shards. And if it's a duplicate of a 7 star that you got, it's just more Ultimus food. So essentially you're wasted 2,000 credits. You will, on the side pillars, always get Ultimus 1 to 2 shards. So 2 to 4. You'll be building him up. I have him unlocked, and he's not a bad character. I just haven't built into him. I don't have the resources. I should probably show you off the rest of that store, huh? Again, 10K for this stuff. You got plenty of it. This is a rip-off. You could get 5 Ultimus Orbs. Now, if someday comes where you have every single character maxed and you don't need these, obviously you can look into other stuff, but that day is not going to come, guys. I'm almost 2 years in, and I'm not even close to having Ultimus maxed. Again, this is 2 Ultimus Orbs, 2 1/4 Ultimus Orbs for 15 of these. You can get these. I'd tell you to spend your gold before ever spending this. Just terrible, terrible deal. They need to be down to like 100 Ultimus credits for 10 of these type of deal. That's really, really bad deal. In my personal opinion. Again, with the costume store, see, that was the premium credit, and it converted over to this. They took a bunch of them, but at least I get this. That put me over the 50,000 finally. Oh, I wish I could buy that. Dawn of X, I like that a lot. I think I'm gonna go Power Man, because Invisible Woman I don't use. Oh, I'm gonna think on it. It'll be in my orb opening video, guys. But that is the stores and everything you need to know. If you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, something I might have missed, please put them in the comment section down below. I've been getting a lot of comments and conversations back and forth, and I'm really enjoying it, guys. It's making me think. Again, if this helps you at all or clarify some stuff, you just want to help support the channel, hit that thumbs up. It'll help recommend it to more people. I'm sorry these videos have been taking so long, but there's a lot of crucial information, and I want to deliver it to you. And if you're clicking on it, clearly you need this information or you want it. And it is important. I mean, you can really hurt your account by spending your stuff wrong, you know, hinder its growth. So I just want to say thank you, and I hope you all have a great day. We'll see you in the next one, guys.